Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, 2 cops reportedly shot at the Central Village police station. 2 cops assigned to the Central Village police station in St. Catherine were reportedly shot while on duty at the location between Thursday night and Friday morning. Reports reaching the news are that the lawmen were accidentally shot, one in the abdomen and the other in the hand. They have since been taken to the Spanish Town Hospital for treatment. However, their conditions are not yet known. 2 killed at a candlelight vigil for slain girlfriend of cop. A man and a woman were reportedly shot and killed at a candlelight vigil that was being held for 21-year-old Dejani Graham, suspected to have been killed by her cop boyfriend last Wednesday. Their identities have not been revealed. The news understands that the incident happened at Graham's home in Essex, St. Mary, sometime after 10 p.m. on Thursday, where individuals had gathered for the vigil. Manchester man charged with murder, abduction of car mart dealer and the family. Detectives in Manchester have charged a man in relation to the murder of a car mart dealer, the abduction of the businessman's family, and the theft of 3 cars committed in Melrose Gardens last year. The accused is Nicholas Knight, otherwise called Biggs, a resident of Royal Flat. Detectives on Thursday charged Knight with the offenses of murder, 3 counts of kidnapping, 3 counts of robbery with aggravation, 3 counts of conspiracy to murder, unauthorized possession of ammunition, prohibited weapon, conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of assault at a common law, 3 counts of using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony, and a conspiracy to robbery with aggravation. A police report said on July 10, 2024, car mart dealer Omar Powell, 35, his partner, and his then 15-year-old daughter were on their way home when gunmen attacked them. They were reportedly abducted at gunpoint and taken into bushes where they were tied up on a Bauxite Hall road. Police said the accused and the 2 other men kidnapped and robbed 3 cellular phones, an iPod, a Mercedes-Benz, and 2 Toyota Probox vehicles. The attackers then killed Powell before escaping. His partner and the daughter were found hours later around 2 a.m. and were taken to get medical attention. Police said the accused was arrested and charged following an extensive investigation by the Manchester Criminal Investigation Branch. His court date is being finalized. Police said a second suspect, identified as Javar Blake, otherwise called Bala, was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation by cops in the Christiana area last year. A third suspect is being sought. Views split on whether accused killer of teen girl was mentally unstable. Contrasting views about the man accused of killing 14-year-old Tiana Sutherland in Blue Maho, St. Thomas on Wednesday have been voiced by residents in the quiet community. To some people, the man whom they called Jamie was a strange individual who only came out of the small house in which he was staying at nights. That aroused their suspicion. But one male resident told the news that he did not believe Jamie, whom he had employed as a groundskeeper, was responsible for the teen's murder. However, he quickly pointed out that he was not willing to swear for anybody. Tiana, a United States citizen, was in the island spending the summer holiday with her father, who is a cop. According to the Constabulary Communications Network, she was home on Wednesday, July 2, when it appeared she was pounced upon by a man who gained the entry through an opened grill. The police information arm said that a tussle ensued, during which Tiana was stabbed multiple times. It was alleged that she was able to inflict a wound to her attacker and also alert her dad via phone. When her father arrived at the house, he found her in the kitchen. She was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. The CCN said that immediate investigation by members of the St. Thomas Operational Support Team led them to a concrete dwelling nearby where they observed a trail of blood which led them to bloody clothes. They entered the dwelling and were attacked by a naked man armed with a machete. The police took evasive action and were able to neutralize the threat. The building was then searched and Tiana's phone and jewelry were found on the scene. The incident was reported to the Inspectorate and the Professional Standards Oversight Bureau and the Independent Commission of Investigations (CCN) reported. The news was told that the teen's distraught father had to be admitted to hospital on Wednesday, and based on information they had, he was still there on Thursday. According to the residents, they first started seeing Jamie about 3 months ago when he began staying at a small house in close proximity to Tiana's father's house. All day he stays in the house, and when it is night he comes out. One female resident, who did not wish to be named, told the news. "I never like to see him over there. I heard that he's from Seafort. He was living around here for about 3 months now. I told people that the boy looked like a wanted man, and they said that I shouldn't say that. I told them that my spirit was showing me a lot of things about him, and they need to move him from there," the woman told the news. "I get to understand that the owner for the place have him over there. He doesn't come out until night. Something is wrong. Anytime after 6 p.m. we start walk the place with a light. When they told me about what happened, I was shocked and in disbelief," the resident shared. The woman claimed that shortly after Tiana's murder, Jamie came to her gate and asked her what was happening in the community. After the man's daughter was killed, he came around asking what they said happened up there. He had blood on his shirt, like a finger streak of blood. Wednesday was the first time he spoke to me from he came here. I told him I didn't know what happened. I told him all I heard was that the girl was killed. I said to him that I want them to catch the dirty John Crow that did it and assassinate him," the woman said. After I said that, he walked off fast and went into the house, took out something and went around the house. After he went around the house, the police came. When the police went over there, he had a machete and had no clothes on. What was he going to do with machete? Some people are saying he is mad, but him not mad, him just cruel, the woman declared. "My belly hurt me to see how the little pitney went down. I knew her from she was a toddler coming up. The other day I saw her and I said she was growing up nicely. She laughed and said she was just here to visit. She managed to put a wound on his hand, and he died with the wound on his hand. That is why they found the blood droppings leading straight into the house," the woman said. The male resident who said he had employed Jamie also shared the view that the slain man was not mentally challenged. He told the news that when the police came into the community following the murder, they were asking around for a man of unsound mind. "All I know is that there's a guy of unsound mind that is always around the place. He broke into the policeman's yard before and set the policeman's house on fire 2 times last year. We saw him around the place like 2 days ago. He's always around the neighborhood," the resident said. "The man they killed was my groundskeeper. We just hired him. He's a young youth from Seafort. He came down here looking for work, and somebody from overseas recommended that we give him a work. He was in some problems with his mother, and he left his mother's house and came down here. We know him as Jamie, and he's not a madman. He was a normal guy. He was quiet, but I can't swear for anybody," the resident said. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.